ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Counter-Strike Confederation. We're here on preseason day 2. That's right. We have two teams here, the Mercenaries and the Lions, on a showdown here on the Ancient map. This is going to be your Elite Series, and look at that shot out of Mr. Xfinity. Huge pick with USP. Player advantage on the Mercenaries side here, but A-Side's been ceded to the Terrace, and now the Lions find Tarkin through Temple. Mr. Xfinity trying to bring this back from the brink, trying to find anything outside of these boxes. A great setup, a default and big box setup. And now the util's coming out. It should make something tipping the scales for the Mercenaries here, but it's not going to happen. Little Brusca finds one, Xfinity trades out, and now we have a player advantage shifted back into the Mercenaries. Tachyon in a 1v3 situation has to get one, but he cannot. That will be the first round of play here. And Aatrax, that is quite something.
It certainly is, and it's a great way to start it off here on a Tuesday night. Last night on Ancient, we saw a pretty empty A site for the first half, so kind of nice to see already some action over there here tonight. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited. This is elite tier, so we got some top tier Counter-Strike coming up, and an interesting force buy here on the second. With, I mean, I guess not super interesting,
Yeah,
but
bomb
just
down. I mean, a couple of kills. It's something to work with, no doubt.
yeah. We'll have to
Look
see
at Meatwad here with the Glock. And actually, wait, you mean a force spy from the CTs? That's completely expected, seeing as they won the round. I thought T's force spot.
Yeah,
However,
I just meant the M4. I was a little
I see.
interested on that.
That is something, and full armor at that. So a lot of confidence coming into this round, especially the half armor SMG on Pancakes. It looks like they're gonna work around this M4. A lot of damage found. Pancakes is gonna see one go through Meatwad. Bridges the gap, fighting. Find something, but Meatwad is just providing against Spidey, and look at that, an even playing field found. 4v3 situation, but no discipline on the clear on Bueno Videz. As now Cave has been seated back to the CT control and bombs down in a tragic spot. Little Brusca with a deke. Trying to make something work here. Tachyon's got the Tech 9, but does he have the will to make something happen here in Cave? A great flash through, but it's going to blind Tachyon, and they are face to face, ladies and gentlemen. With only one bullet. All Tachyon needed as Tarkin clears it up, and I believed, Aatrax. I truthfully believed.
I did too, and you know, if they didn't lose the bomb there in Cave, forcing Tachyon to have to take that fight onto the two CTs there, maybe that round looks a little bit different. Maybe Lions go up 1-1, but unfortunately not. Thankfully, though, they've got money now. We'll have to see on the first gun round what they can do.
Finally, a gun round in play, too. I mean, that's just a lot of bodies found that last round. That's why we're seeing it from Moss. But look at that early pick out of Meatwad. That's huge. Tarkin goes down. Space been found. Now we are looking at a mid that is just crumbling to the enemy. B is now a viable option here. 2 players down A main, but it's a hard read. You don't really expect that, especially with one early out donut. You'd think that it's an isolated A, but Tachyon finds out. Spidey's M4 that is not the case. Meatwad goes for a trade, finds one. Can't get the job done, and now Pancakes is coming to clear out this site, but the bomb is conveniently located here on Showman, and this is a B site that has not been found to be empty, and they're still so committed, this CT squad, but the timing is not there, and now you'll start to see Spidey. He's cooking. He's starting to sniff it out, Aatrax.
Yeah, I mean, B has been empty this entire round pretty much after that first contact in Cave, so maybe looks a little bit different if they called the B hit earlier, but now here we are in a 2v3 scenario regardless, Mike.
That smoke, but through comes Spidey. It's not a good one. Little Brusca cleans up. Very nice and tidy, but Pancakes from Cave is an unknown player who has the ability, but he's walking into a crosshair. That smoke is now faded on long, and sitting in wood is a Little Brusca with 3 to his name, and he's not going to clear, but the spray comes through. Can't turn and burn, and that is going to be the first round for the T side here. Lions showing strong momentum back, forcing towards the Mercenaries elite team.
And you know, it's okay if you lose the first 2, and I say okay, it's not great, but it's fine if you then get the gun round here on the T side, and like you said, get that momentum rolling. Brusca 5-2 currently, looking to keep that going that streak. Hopefully, we'll see even more from them here in the preseason. Looks like it's a B stack from the
It's a
Mercenaries,
gamble
though.
stack. Yeah, I mean, it's something. It might actually work out here. 'Cause it looks like they're going to smoke donut, and that is going to be. Is that a smoke? I think that is a smoke down donut. I can't really tell. Maybe it was a flash. I'm not sure. But
Oh,
the
bomb
UI,
though.
look at that. A smoke right in front of what is that? Tachyon. This gamble stack, I mean, they've not found it. Their lack of speed, their slow playstyle has punished them a little bit here, but as soon as they know it's an eco, they might spring into action. Spidey's investigating mid, sees the smoke. Tachyon is ready to push through, and this lurk has started to shift towards A, but a little bit of space found in donut. That is interesting. Tachyon's lurk finally activates, finds Spidey. He knows now that's a USP. There's no gun there. Guys, let's go A. I cut off the rotate. It's an even fight. We have them in a chokehold as J Baby makes his way through A main. Aatrax. I do not think the gamble is going to work out this time.
Yeah, I don't either. You see, there's potential for it to work out if maybe there was some contact by, I believe that was Showman holding towards the B doors. If they push forward a little bit more, maybe they get a gun or some action mid or something like that. But just doesn't work out. Spidey going down over there in the CT mid area, and that's pretty much guaranteeing the round for the Lions. You know, with these low pistols, yeah, you could try and get some deagle headshots, stuff like that, but especially Bueno Vitez over there, $150. You just want to save the armor.
Without a doubt. And a deagle's not a bad thing going in the round. I'm not sure who the designated opper of this mercenary squadron is, but I mean, a sidearm is always a welcome piece. Bueno Vitez could encourage some sort of fighting here. He's holding the angle. Just maybe 3 seconds. He sees one shot, but can't get the other. And that's a close end to that round, but the armor's going to push through to the next one. And we're seeing a full buy against a full buy. Good economy for the T side here. If they can carry this momentum that they found after round 3, we might have quite the situation on our hands, Aatrax.
Yeah, and conversely for the Mercenaries, this is a pivotal round for them. They want to get it and hopefully save at least 3 alive so they can save some of these rifles because, you know, they don't want to give Lions the lead. They want to bring the lead back in their favor, but we'll have to see what happens. So far, no contact just yet, but we got some action over on A.
Look at that peek out. That is just ravaged by Little Brusco, who finds Mr. Xfinity. And this double A setup's interesting. I don't know if we have some sort of counterplay or what, but I don't know about you, Aatrax. It's been a long time since I've seen double A main used so prevalently. If that is a word.
No, you're absolutely right. And look at that. Bueno Vitez has it locked down. Despite being on 20 HP, Spidey getting a kill on Tachyon on the other side. And now the Lions, their attack here is kind of falling apart. Maybe they need to regroup and try and hit mid. Looks like they're going towards B. Yeah.
He might catch the bomb here, Bueno Vitez, but it actually, they end up calling the B here, which is an interesting call. Bueno Vitez, I'm not really sure why he decided not to go for that, but Meatwad is going to run right into pancakes down. Spidey is there to receive, misses the first, but the low health on the second might seals fate, and he chooses to fall off, and now Long, as a smoke on a short, is locked down, and this T side has a close grip on this round. Will come down to the moves these players can make. J-Baby goes down. That's opened up the flank. You know 3 are on site, but you don't know where they are, and you got to wait on these smokes. Bueno Vitez picks up an M4 and pushes forward. Looks like they're going to be deciding to save here.
And there was potential for them, you know, Meatwad and Brusca both low, so they could have definitely gone for a retake. Bueno Vitez also with a kit, but just thinking the better of it, decide to save the guns, which is a smart decision considering their economy. And I mean, Lions now, they're just going to be able to buy guns for days if they want to. Brusca on almost 10K, Meatwad and Tachyon above 7K as well. Oh no, Showman also there above 7K before buying. So lots of good money here and things, momentum, all that good stuff looking good for Lions. We'll have to see what can Mercenaries do now. What is their decision? Are they going to buy? Money is not, it's shaky.
And it looks like it's, I mean, it's a half buy?
Yeah.
it's a half buy. apart from maybe Mr. X, I'm not really sure what the move there is. I guess he understands that they have one Galil off that last round, but I mean, at this point in the economy, you have to kind of understand. And look at the stack towards A. You know they've been stacking 2, but the one round they're not is the one round you pop A, and it seems to be working so far. The P250 coming in huge, but not finding that kill. That kill's so low too. It would take Buenavitas 1 bullet, but a missed counter strafe costing that. Now the spray comes through. Wow. I mean, solid game sense out of Little Brusca. Finds Spidey, and they are reeling now against this hold.
J-Baby with the flank too. Do they expect it?
Expected it last time. J-Baby now making his way into CT, and they are not looking. The timing has not been registered, and 2 players stranded in Donut. Now just 1. Mr. Xfinity in a 1v5 situation. Deagle will not do the job, and a 4th has been found.
And I mean, maybe there's potential if J-Baby isn't the one that's flanking, but even getting the flank, it's not a difficult spray transfer at all. They line up, of course, it's not like they're swinging or anything. They didn't know, but they line up for J-Baby, just making it easy. And now Mercenaries, they've got an op out. Spidey, our glorious media head on the op. Will they get some clips here? We'll have to see. And it looks like, I believe they are on the B site, which is where this hit is coming in, Mike.
B bomb site indeed. Early cat control, but look at this mid. It's been completely seeded. Tarkin here who finds one. The spray straight through. Oh, wow, and a dink at the end there leaves him at an even health. 1 bullet will do the job. It doesn't matter where. Could be a burst of wind that blows that bullet into his ear. J-Baby letting himself be known here at the bottom of elbow. This mid being fully under control, especially when you have all this space up B. Pancakes is taking a lot of damage. And I'm not sure from where. I think he's just getting sprayed through the wall as he's making his way down ramp. This is actually a stellar play. He's called in the bluff. He knows they're here, but he knows they're in cave, so they might be overextended. A lot of intel coming through, but a close angle is going to be expected. Meatwad takes him down. J-Baby pushing him close. The spacing is phenomenal. Spidey, 0 and 1. Let's see if he can hit another. Smoke comes through. Barely misses a foot there, and now a USP against an AK. A Meatwad switches back to the op and goes for the swing, but he's 0 for 2. The op is not in play. Buenavitas takes a lot of damage, and to bring this back, to try and win this round now would be something amazing.
Unfortunately, it does not work out. Maybe I cast or cursed our glorious media head just a little bit there, Spidey. Unfortunately, not
tragic,
connecting on the out,
little
but
sad.
I did notice in the kill feed that there was 1 kill for Spidey in that round on the out. So not a complete total miss. There was at least 1 kill. But it looks like HG deciding to do attack timeout.
Huge, by the way. That is something I love to see. I love to see, even in preseason games, you're starting to get that mentality of, hey, we're here for the long run. We're here to bring this team together, play as a team, and play competitively. And you can't do that without icing the kicker.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we'll have to see. They've got some utility. What is going to be the call for this pistol? Did they decide to call the pistol strat, or are they calling the next round?
I'm not sure, but it sounds like your dog has something to say about it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
flash comes out of mid,
I will be back
and it looks like we are seeing false mid control. Look at this stack, though. Another bonus round. Sorry, not a bonus round. Another buy eco round. Tachyon, they're slowing down, though. There's so much presence mid, but it was never found out, and they're drifting towards A, which is actually the play as number 9. That's going to be J-Baby. Has a little bit of presence. Such a lurking attitude out of J-Baby this game. Look at that P250, though. Finding a lot of damage, but there's a shot. Now Buenavitas bringing it back from the brink, but 3 players, they're not swinging. They're not playing there to their advantage as the swing comes through. Tachyon can't find another, but look at the low health. Back, Bogdan's Law in effect here. Meatwad uses it to its full potential, and now Buenavitas, we know he's a demon with this deep. We know he can provide, but he misses the counter strafe, and this is not looking good. 1 bullet could have gone through both there, and that would have been beautiful, but it won't happen. As now a 6 is found, and that timeout into an eco is not looking like the best decision. You do have 2 more left, but a 2-6 scoreline on a relatively T-sided map. A lot of people want to call it that, but what we're seeing nowadays based on the stats provided by places like HLTV is we're looking at a slight edge, about a 2 or 3% edge towards Ancient T-side here across the board. And look at this. We're seeing a lurk in effect. J-Baby maintaining map control on the other side. Fast through Cat here. And a lot of players mid, but look at that. Absolutely cleaned up. I mean, it just got absolutely shut down. And look at the space found up ramp. This is a crazy play. If I am an op player, yeah, I know 2 are cave, but you are kidding. You got to be kidding me. Walking out on the site like that and going straight into cave. You just have to have a level of girth unmatched to make a decision like that, and it works out for Brusca. Look at J-Baby, activates the lurk, goes for the spray, takes down Tarkin, and now a 3v2. It's absolutely possible, ladies and gentlemen. Little Brusca with the Tech 9. Buenavites finds J-Baby, and he swings out. The turn and burn's not there. The overreaction gets punished, jumps away from the spray, and now we have a round on our hands. Little Brusca holding the angle, falls off the flash with plenty of time on the board. 55 seconds. Little Brusca has brought this round to where it is. To win this round would mean a display of dominance for the Lions, an ace in the making. But slowing down here. A lot of the zeal we found early on, he's calling a very interesting rotation. And this is so smart to wait this long. Most players would take the bet, hey, we got to play together. Let's go check out A. He's got to be heading to A. He's probably there already. We know he has an op, so we got to trade out. But look at this. He's snuck back to the B site, thinking they could be anywhere, as they are sitting in a good default here. They can react to A fast, but what is this? This is crazy. Clearing ahead. He's not just going for the plant. This is smart. Buying a lot of time. And they have not decided to check back. This is it. A Molly goes down ramp. He's called the wrong direction, and he's planted it for them. But he's going to hear him here, and this is huge. He has the op set up, takes down one, heard the other, and gets away with his life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the round that could seal his fate as a permanent member of the Lions team. Little Brusca left in the clutch, a smoke to play against. Against an op, it might come down to the spray. He's going to move out, and a spray will shut him down. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Xfinity bringing it back when it was so close for Little Brusca.
And that's a team ace. It's a team effort to get the third and to keep the hopes of this half really alive for the Mercenaries. You can still post a respectable half here at, 6-6, 5-7. I would say, here on Ancient, that's
I'll
definitely
take a 4-8.
Yeah, 4-8.
With a 4-8 on here.
Especially after how this has gone so far. Now we'll see again. Will it be another team play, or will it be other people stepping up? Just one Xfinity with some spam here through the smoke, and looks like just a little bit more of a default. Oh, me
walks out from the flash, traded by Showman. Tarkin falls flat, and these plays are just getting punished. You're stacking the mid, but you're not taking the control as Donut is found. Pancakes takes down Little Brusca. Buenavites lurks through that smoke, punishes Showman, and now a 1v3 situation. Tachyon, someone who's provided a lot of impact in this game. He's been there when you needed him most. Swings out and Cat. That is just such a solid reaction. The marks of a high-skilled player here in the mid-B bomb site. Sorry, mid-bomb site. Sorry, mid in general. Goodness gracious, I'm all over the place as he heads into A main. Look at this. He cleared Cat, so they're thinking, oh, he's going B. He knows we're A, but he does not. In fact, he's welcoming the challenge as he walks out through A main, but that shot was a huge oversight. He blocks off one lane of control, and that is what happens when you reveal your cards.
Yep, that's elite right there. Can't actually, no, not just elite. I think pretty much any tier, as soon as they heard that shot, would immediately turn and respond. That's actually pretty crazy that they think that he's going B. That was a great read, but unfortunately, maybe like a mouse misclick or something. I'm not sure, but maybe Mercenaries, regardless, coming in clutch now with 4. You said that was a good half, so they've got it.
I mean, it's not a good half, but it's something to work with.
Work
that down. Yeah, look at that. Wow, okay. So no util going into cave there. They don't need it. They got trades. They got 3 people, and they have Will. Spidey finally finding his form. Goes for a flash, trying to slow down this B push, and a fast reinforce from Mr. Xfinity means that this might be squandered, and they need to slow down. 1 minute 23 on the clock. Showman holding the angle. Reacts to the peak, but it's low damage found. So now a flash goes out. I don't think that flash is going to provide. He's already dipped back into mid, and this is now not looking good. You really got to find that impact. He's flexing over towards A, though. His ability has been removed. They need to hit this site together if they want any hope. Spidey's watching the rear. But you have to know at this point, all 3 players are here. A spray goes in. Xfinity trades out towards ramp. Double P. One from short, and the op comes through. Little Brusca, an absolute freak on this ramp with that op. Spidey finds another. 2-0, changing the flow from that last round that we saw as Little Brusca left in the clutch. A 1v2 situation, and Spidey just barely walks out of there, and switching to the P250 is crazy because out from Wedge is Bueno Vitez with the kill, bringing this back to a 5-6 scoreline. Aatrax, talk to me. This is cinema.
This is exactly what we wanted. You know, I mean, like, look, this is a great game already. We had these crazy T rounds in the first kind of half of this first half, if you will, and now Mercenaries bringing it right back. Of course, Lions have the money to buy, so it's going to be pretty much full buy versus full buy here for both teams. Now, will it be tied up, or will Lions take a small advantage in this last round? It looks like it's going to be a B rush, Mike.
It is indeed, and they have stacked against it. This is not what you want to see, especially 2 and long to trade out a mid that's been left open all game, not purveyed, not even investigated. And it is completely screwed up the plans of this Lions squad as he jumps over the spray of Xfinity. Great timing on the jump. It almost looked like a pre-jump as he takes down Mr. Xfinity, and now they've opened up the round again. They're going A. They are assuming that there's no one there walking into that stack, and they would be correct. This is now a possible round that was almost so far away with the positioning of these CT players. Mercenaries trying to make something happen here. Spidey's left with an op and a close play, but this is something crazy. This is something unique as he walks straight into the op, but he doesn't hit the counter strafe in time. He's moved before the shot, and it's backfired completely. He swings wide, takes down one, goes for another, but the 5-7 can't get the job done. Spidey falls back. The bomb is overextended. They had the advantage, and they threw it away. Bueno Vitez, with one shot, brings this back neck and neck.
I'm almost speechless. That was just such a back and forth round, and it kind of almost describes the game where it's like it was looking so one-sided at first, and then we kind of end the round in a different weird way, and then almost the T's get planted, but they don't, and they decide to overextend, and oh my goodness, what a banger match so far. Now the question is, Mercenaries, will they have a different T side than the Lions in terms of will they have domination and continue it, or will we continue to see this kind of back and forth of, you know, T's getting an advantage and then the CT's solving it? Lions taking attack time out. Interesting choice.
And you know what's interesting about it is normally I'd check on their stats. I'd be like, hey, what's their CT rating? What's their T side rating? Do they have an edge on other players? Is that what really brings their name into the highlights, is their T side? But I have no idea. And that's what's so impressive and important about these preseason games, Aatrax. Something that I haven't had the pleasure of being a part of. This is it. We're seeing the sights of what might be the winners of this season in the elite bracket.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The rosters are not for sure locked yet. I believe both of these, if my my stats here are correct, or my little team sheet here, both of these teams do have more than 5 players, so there will be some cuts being made, and everybody trying
I'm not cutting Little Brusca, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, hey, I would definitely agree, Spidey too, but look at that. Pancakes with 2 here on the pistol already, and they're running A.
Now Little Brusca, recently mentioned, a solid aim and an even better mind behind the gun. As Tachyon's pushing into Donut here, but it's cross. Dooley's on one side, Glock on the other. We call that a spit roast in this industry, and he's been roasted.
Oh, that's a good one. Absolutely roasted indeed. And Mercenaries now taking the lead for the first time, I believe, in this game since the first 2 rounds, right? They won the pistol in the second, and then now they've finally reclaimed the lead after Lions getting to 6. So
sometimes
Mercenaries
it takes
with
5
the
rounds.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes
you gotta
5
find
rounds.
it, you know?
And it looks like they're going to try and continue that lead as well to try and get
smoke.
8 because it is anti-eco.
They have a missed smoke on Donut. Not sure if that's something we can take a look at, but look at this push through A main. They've now walked into the stack. AKs against USPs, but only 2 angles to peek from and 5 Ts holding it. That is not a formula for success, and they're going to know, hey, B's open, get there now. Bueno Vites finds Showman, now Tachyon left in a 1v5 situation. It is literally impossible. I will bet tons of money on it, and Spidey takes him down.
Good clean round from the Mercenaries. I was watching ESL earlier today, and a lot of the pistol rounds were going south for those who had force bought into the second round. So
Phase.
pistols on the victory, but not here on Ancient. The Mercenaries cleaning it up with 5, and so now we'll have to see for the Lions. This is where they really ran away with the T side and got their string of rounds, and so will the Mercenaries just do the same? Will they, now that they have guns? Spidey with one already.
Beautiful there. I mean, that is just awesome. It's things like that that make the marks of a player that deserves to be in this tier. As Tarkin finds Meatwad finds Bueno Vites, and just to mention, I mean, completely related, I have to say it. It is a great day to be a North American, but tomorrow will not be, because Liquid and Complexity are going head to head, which is bullshit.
Oof, yeah, elimination match.
Sorry, let's get back to the better broadcaster. Counter-Strike Confederation, Lions 6v8 here. A little bit of action here on CAD and in Cave. They're keeping the space, but look at Showman. Trying to hold something here. Does not have a gun that you want, especially from the angle he's playing. And it looks like they got their sights on this A site. Not a lot of information found. Not a lot of control across the map, but Spidey finds another one. He's been doing nothing but performing at a high level here. There's now Pancakes letting himself be known on Cat, walking into Cave, jumps into J-Baby, and gets shut down, smacked down by J-Baby. Great name, by the way.
Yep, and that's the info, right? That now they know at least one on B, so crunch the A site, and that should be another round for the marksman, or excuse me, the Mercenaries.
Marksmen's in their own rights. There's a few marksmen on that squad. There's no doubt about it. But it looks like they're going to be deciding to save, which is a commendable decision, especially the way this game is going. You really got to recollect your thoughts here. Pick up some AKs. That'll do you good, but I don't know if there are any. Might just be M4s.
Yeah, and Galils, right? I think we saw a couple of Galils from the Mercenary side, from the HG side, so good round for the Mercenaries. Like I said, continuing their T-side streak. Now the Lions, what can they do? They find themselves really on the back foot here. Momentum loss. Yeah, well, definitely. Completely unbiased casting here tonight. We're all for the Counter-Strike. So the question, again, though, what is the reply from...
Played by Lions.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
we need some hype Counter-Strike by Lions to keep this game going just as close as the previous half was, and Mercenaries running it B.
It is a popular strat on Ancient. In fact, I think it's the most popular because it's very easy for people to walk up a ramp, not out a cave with a platform next to it. And J-Baby is now going to smoke. That's going to delay this push a little bit. Do they have the balls, per se, to push through? I hate to say it, I wouldn't be surprised. What we've seen so far from this Mercenary squad is aggression.
They think the better of it, though. And so Lions with a little bit of aggression of their own up mid. They've got that secured. They hear nothing A.
This is interesting. They're calling... Man, and this is why you have to push for information sometimes. This is why it's so important. Here we have Showman and Little Brusca in 2 positions to clarify that this is not moved anywhere. You have done nothing on A. You still have mid control, but you haven't done anything with it. Now they're going to re-hit B. Here come the util, but a position on Cat might be able to stop this. As Meatwad hops down instead, and now they've left 2 players. It's not looking good for the Lions. They swing out, J-Baby goes dry, and it does not work. 3 up CT, and you are screaming in that VC. Save.
That is wild. The timing for Meatwad there, just unfortunate. I think if they hung around maybe like half a second to 1 second later on Cat, they would see that all 5 were coming in for a B hit. But unfortunately, just turning away and hopping out of mid, or out to mid, excuse me, and just not catching that. And the hit comes in. And I mean, props to Mercenaries for a very decisive hit, for holding off, for keeping 5 in the back B tons like that. That was that's an interesting call to all just like stay grouped up, especially for so long. As we see, they're just trying to prevent these guns. Yeah.
This is the most scared playing we've seen from the Lions this entire time. Meatwad just tried to use 4 angles with a gun that would have beat them in probably the first 2. Without a doubt. I mean, the mobility on the MP9, just the state of it right now. You have 2 easy exits there. Meatwad, yeah, they know where you are, but you got to lose. It's a half buy anyways. You're full loss. I mean, your equipment value is finally starting to get somewhere where you might be able to put up some for this round. As 3 go mid, Ace left completely open. A lot of gamble stacks on both of these teams. A lot of calls. I like the proactive calling that we're seeing, but look at this slow approach to mid. You got 2 players sitting there on either side. This is an absolute duel. They've given up the ramp. They're playing retake. Tarkin is just an absolute beamer with that AK. Finds 2. There's now J Baby trying to take down Fjiyrehaughck. This is his timing, and this is what I'm talking about. You know these players are here. You're playing the position for a reason. They don't expect you to be there. They already killed 1, but you're not taking advantage of it, and that is where you will find yourself in situations like these. 6-10.
Oh, gets the first one, though. Can you get the second? You almost saw the potential for that to go wrong for J Baby, as both of them reload, and they finish the reload before they can peek, but oh, that nade is going to finish him off, though.
Could be. Look at this. A ramp left. Left to be exploited by 3 big mercenaries. Meatwad has 4 health. And I see offensive util. I see a molly. Imagine the timing. Calling in now. A molly down long. Molly up short. Whatever it may be. It finds Meatwad. Remember the tweet. Mr. Xfinity. Eat that flash. Sprays. Lets him know the location. But it's Little Brusca. You can't ever underestimate Little Brusca. Meatwad takes down 1, and the health difference does not matter. Fjiyrehaughck just needs 1 bullet to make this happen. And hopping out with util. It's crazy! It's crazy.
It's crazy. In a 1v1, it's crazy. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. Especially, I mean, we have the observer, X-ray vision, all that good stuff, so couldn't know that they didn't know about the jump, you know. Couldn't know about the jump either.
You could just hold left and right click and look up while standing behind the wall, but that's too complicated apparently, and now we found ourselves in a 6-11 half.
Yeah, and it's looking like the game is going to be the Mercenaries unless Lions can do something pretty much here. We'll have to see. We've got this A aggression now.
Starting to exploit these gamble stacks. They're starting to understand what's going on here, and that is proactive calling. I'm not sure if it's, hey, let's just go A, whatever it is. Or maybe it's, hey, guys, they've been playing this map really weird and unconventionally, and I wonder why we have 11-6. However, Showman now has called the contact. Look how fast the rotates come in. This is good, but no information around the back. You have a player going back to B, and they're doing a very conventional play here. Is now, just now, Little Brusca is searching for information. And why are you in cave? I'm not sure, but it is actually a smart play now as the rotate comes through. They've called the bluff, and they're falling off A. But we have seen them wait before Aatrax.
Yeah, they have, and as we say that now here, they're executing out mid. I was about to say that even though they've thrown a bunch of utility over on A on the mercenary side, they still have some for another execute, but that's the bomb spotted, and that's 1 down. Lots of damage onto 2 others on the mercenary side as well. So this is very doable for the Lions, and this would certainly be the round to do it. Can't get out, though.
I love it. I love it. Honestly, I wish it was 100% accurate while jumping. I said it.
That would be wild. Could you imagine?
It would suck, but it would be so sick for like 1 day. Look at that for Meatwad. Just absolutely solid, cleaned up. No man to underestimate as they finally get around here. 7-11. Great store. Even better scoreline for the guys with 11.
You're absolutely right. And I mean, a crucial round because you can see even with them winning and saving some rifles over, the money is not great. And when they lose, now that they've won one, you got to keep the momentum going because if you lose another one off of this, your money's really not going to be looking great. And Mercenaries are going to be on match point. We're going to see also Bruska and Spidey both having ops. We'll have to see how that plays out here on round 18. 19.
And based on what we've seen, I mean, we have to talk about that a little bit. That's just textbook. Great deagle play. An absolute aggression to push Cave with a deagle. I mean, you got to just have it. You got to be confident, you know? That just breeds confidence. But look at this op positioning. If I were to give you a sheet, and on the sheet was Cave, and I said, hey, where do you want to stand with the op to be the most prevalent? Where would you put yourself, Aatrax?
I'll be honest, probably not there. I'd probably be at the entrance.
Exactly, which is why I'm here to tell you, you are not little Bruska. This man has a plan. If I have learned one thing, it is to be faithful. In my man,
you know,
Bruska.
that's why I'm in recruit and Bruska's in elite. But ooh, look at this. Look at this push out here from Meatwad.
Oh my gosh. Buenavitas MVP just Darquin finds another, and that double flank, it makes you wonder why they didn't do it at the same time, as they've now opened up this A site, equaling a possible 12th round, a penultimate round. This is very, 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 very scary for the Lions here as the sprays come through. Little Bruska takes a little bit, but he's not afraid. They are challenging this, and it is a very questionable decision. As now J-Baby swings out. Pancakes completely oblivious. Little Bruska takes out another, and this is now shifted so much. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Hey, why did my monitor turn off? Did that happen for you guys, or?
Nope, it did not happen for me. Oh,
okay.
man.
What happened? I didn't see it. What happened on the...
I think that happened to Xfinity, too. I don't think
okay.
they knew what happened.
No, but like, did they like miss or something?
Oh, yeah,
I saw the kill feed.
Yep, there was a miss, but either way, it's a crucial round for the Lions.
Seems like a lot of pain is being felt across the board here. Not sure what happened. Anyways, let's get back into this round. 8-11. They've brought it back. That was a phenomenal clutch from Little Bruska.
Yep.
And J-Baby finally finding some impact. Went from 3 kills to 10 in the matter of a few rounds.
It's a decisive B hit again from the Mercenaries. It's been working well, but they've only got pistols this time. J-Baby with 1, but the bomb will go down. It's definitely what you want on this eco. There's Bruska with 1 with 2 on the snapping turtle.
Stick it. Throws on fake. Come on, Little Bruska. Come on. You know you want to. You got to smoke. You got to molly. You have the complete ability to stick it, but it does not matter. J-Baby is finding his form. Finally, Showman. Nowhere to be shown. Nowhere to be seen. But it does not matter because now we're in a 9-11 scoreline. This is possible. When do you start to get scared, Aatrax? Because I'm starting to get a little scared.
You know, if you're Mercenaries, I would say with your current money, you're not concerned until they tie. I would say then because, you know, I think they've got at least one, if my math is correct and I know the loss bonus. I think they've got 1 buy and then their money's not great. But either way, it's going to be a decisive B hit. I read the map wrong. Nueno Vita's already up here in Cave. Meatwad as well. Gonna get eliminated though, Mike.
And all that momentum, all that hype, they were saving it for a match point to beat it on, okay? I've seen the script, okay? I know what's going on here. They are bringing this as close as possible. What is that peek at a J-Baby? Like I said, Showman finally could find his form. Could show everyone. Yeah, this is the round I was waiting for. This is it. Spidey walks through. That's actually a huge blunder. If he lurked through, he hears that. You have to lurk through. Finds 1, finds 2. Can he find another? No.
There was potential though. I saw it. That was if there was any round, that would have been the Showman round.
And honestly, that third one, that should have been his. That's got to be CS.
Yep.
I'm going to say CS too.
Yeah, that's,
you know, Showman's waited. 3 kills in 20 rounds usually would make someone a little bit nauseous at the thought. However, Showman, he's a showman, all right? And what does Showman do, Aatrax?
They show, man.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, and it's coming. Let me tell you, it is coming.
Well, this would certainly be the round to do it.
It would be the last round to do it. Aatrax, funny enough, little Brusca spraying through the smoke, and Nate goes out. Impact was not found, but look at this from Spidey. Takes a lot of space on CT, on T, does not matter. Will take a site, and he will take it fast. Mr. Xfinity with an absolute demonic spray. Tachyon a little too high there, but a little bit of utility to work with. They got to use these flashes. The smokes don't pose much use unless it's going for a late defuse, but this is it, Aatrax. This is the round that would seal their fate. It comes down to these final moments. Tachyon left quite the position here as they go with the first flash, but no one finds the close angle, and it's been thrown away completely. Mercenaries 13, Lions 9.
And it's Xfinity with a 4K to end it as well. So great play, making up for the last, was it 2 rounds previous? Something like that. I don't know. Either way, making up for it in the final round. And, I was thinking about it, Mike, maybe what we need to say is just Showman was the IGL. We don't know about these teams. We'll just, everyone else is popping out. We'll say Showman was the IGL. We'll
Wait,
just,
Showman was here? Sorry, that's a little toxic. All right. Anyways,
we'll just,
I hate no hate, no hate. All right, everybody,
uh,
you can't win them all. All right.
we try
Listen,
our best to have
I
fun here. It's
think that
friendly
that was
banter.
a great game in the first half. Okay,
Yeah.
it was a good game in the second, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a lot to work with there for both these teams. Lions and Mercenaries played a pretty good Counter Strike. I like a lot. Something to talk about, Aatrax. I'm not sure how frequent and familiar you are with the idea of this map, how it plays out, what it usually looks like, the defaults, where players are. But a lot of times, mid was open, A was open, B ramp was open. I mean, it's a lot of interesting stacks. It seems like a retake available team, but then we saw these retakes. These retakes would go and flounder at the best moments, right? We saw that flash out along there in the last round. That was round 22. As three
Yeah.
peek out, no one even clears the close angle. The sprays aren't there. So why are we? It makes you wonder, why are these Lions playing for retake? It's a lot of questions, a lot of analysis to be done by these GMs, figure out what's going to work for these teams, especially as we move into this season.
Yeah, and I agree to your point there. For me, and I mean, again, I'm a recruit, so the game is a lot different than up at Elite. But for me, I noticed on the CT side, especially the second half, that mid was more or less like empty, and the CTs could take it, but then they're weak elsewhere. And HG, the Mercenaries, were just hitting the extremities so hard. They had those clear, decisive hits. We saw even like a little bit of a fake, and then they ran through mid up to shelf, and they eventually ended B. So, like, the early mid aggression from the CTs didn't really matter anyway because it didn't net them in an advantage in actually knowing where HG was going to go. So, that's something maybe to talk about too. Like, oh, should we not necessarily gamble stack, but should we just try and gain info through mid through one of these extremities? We hit B long, B tunnels, and then also have someone watching red, right? So you kind of get that like mid B info, or you want to go out A, you send two out A, and I don't know. There's different things like that that you can do to kind of make that mid meaningful. But either way, I would say great Counter Strike from both teams. This is the preseason, so adjustments are being made. Teams aren't finalized yet, and I'm very happy. I'm sure everybody is. Lions not as much, but either way, both teams can say that they played some great Counter Strike here tonight. On at least on the first map, they still have another map to go. Lions can still make it a 1-1 night.
Oh wait, these are best of three tonight.
No, but there's and then we'll have like one map against one team, and then they'll play another map tonight against another
Got
team.
you. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. All right. Yeah. I mean, I think a great Counter Strike both ways. It's exciting to see what's going to come in this season. We might not be seeing the final forms of these teams, Counter Strike Confederation, but we definitely are seeing form without a doubt. Players to mention: Little Brusca, absolute tear, a lot of impact found throughout that game. Spidey on the other side. I mean, J Baby's lurks were phenomenal. There's a lot to mention, a lot to be looking at, especially if you're the GMs of these teams. But I mean, in conclusion, I mean, wow, that was something else. We're gonna take a quick break here. We appreciate everyone watching the stream. Hope you all enjoyed. But we have another one. It is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure on the time. It will pop up for you most likely, or I might let you know in chat if you're lucky. But we are going to head to a break. We will see you soon.